Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
you are audible. Sir, have you started recording?
Yes, yes, I have.
Okay, fine.
I encourage all of you to actively participate, ask questions, and engage with the material in a way that will not only benefit your professional development but also contribute to the larger goals of sustainable industrialization. Once again, welcome to this exciting and enriching journey. Let us work together to advance knowledge, inspire innovation, and contribute to greener, more sustainable future for all. Thank you, and I wish you a productive and insightful week ahead. Now, I would like to introduce our principal, sir, Dr. Y.C. Rotliwala, sir, who is also the coordinator of this FDP. Dr. Yogesh C. Rotliwala, Doctorate in Chemical Engineering, SVNIT Surat, presently working as a principal at GTU affiliated Pacific School of Engineering, Surat. He has total 25 years of experience, including industrial, teaching, and research. His major research focuses are in the area of biofuel, nanoimmersion, wastewater treatment, and solid waste management. More than 25 publications, research grant of costing 50 lakh, including travel grant from DST for USA, and two Indian patents are credited to his profile. He has bagged national awards from various prestigious organizations such as Ministry of Chemicals and Fertilizers, IST, GTU, and IICHE. He has also successfully completed various consultancy projects for the State Pollution Control Board in the field of environmental pollution control. I would request Rotliwala sir to please address the gathering with his welcome address.
Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. In this particularly Atal sponsored 6 days online FDP titled Environmental Audit, a Tool for Sustainable Industrialization, organized by Pacific School of Engineering. Respected chief guest of this program, Shri Devang Thaker, sir, Member Secretary, Gujarat Pollution Control Board, Shri Rahul Agarwal, sir, Trustee, Pacific Education Trust, Mr. Nikhil Agarwal, Dr. Jayesh, Dr. Taylor, and all dear participants from PAN India. On behalf of Pacific Education Trust, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to this FDP. A very special thanks to Devang sir for his kind consent and sparing his valuable time as a chief guest. You know, many industrial sectors in India are resource intensive and polluting and are leaving a huge negative footprint on the environment. In order to provide possible solutions to reduce or eliminate the impact of industrial processes on the environment and to fulfill the compliance status to regulatory assessment of various environmental parameters across the industrial process are very much essential to address them. In this regard, similar to account audit, to see economic status of any persons, environmental audit become the important tool for industries to refer environmental status and modification requirement at industry for sustainable practices. As you know that we have a 13 experts who are going to deliver a technical session during these 6 days FDP. These experts are doing a great work in the field of environmental pollution control. They are professors from renowned institutions, officials from State Pollution Control Board, researchers working at international organizations, and leading industries personnel from India and abroad. Dear participants, this FTP will provide a comprehensive understanding of important methodology and legislation to conduct environmental audit at industrial sites. You will also learn about the usefulness of the concept of the ZLD, that is zero liquid discharge, CPA, cleaner production assessment, various case studies, and sophisticated instrumentation to establish sustainable practices for the betterment of the environment. At this juncture, I'm very much happy to announce you all that 290 participants from Plan India have registered to attend this FDP. Out of this, 230 participants from Gujarat and 60 participants from other states of the country. We are really appreciating your interest in the field of the sustainable practices. I hope this FDP will provide you a remarkable, meaningful information which will be helpful to you to establish sustainable industrialization from your end. Thank you all for your attendance and expecting your active participation throughout this FDP. Thank you. Over to Dr. Taylor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your kind welcome address. Now, we are truly privileged today to have with us a distinguished guest, someone whose expertise and leadership in environmental pollution control is highly respected. It is our honor to have Honorable Shri D.M. Thaker sir with us as a chief guest for this session. Honorable Shri Devang Thaker sir is the member secretary of the Gujarat Pollution Control Board. He holds a strong educational background with the masters in environmental engineering. His experience at the Gujarat Pollution Control Board spans over 27 years working at various positions at the regional field offices and policy plannings at the head office. He is actively engaged in programs designed to address environmental challenges and the pollution control sector and contributed in many initiatives of the board, including implementation of re-engineered manifest and VLTS system of the board for better management of e-waste and hazardous waste in the state. He has played a pivotal role in implementation of many new paradigms during his tenure at the board. Without further delay, I would like to invite Shri D.M. Thakur sir to address the participants and share his valuable insights. Thakur sir, please, the virtual floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So first of all, thanks Dr. Hiral for kind introduction, and I would like to congratulate Pacific School of Engineering, Dr. Rutliwala sir and his team for organizing such wonderful online workshop for the capacity building and training of a subject environment audit. We are in the post COVID era. I mean, we have learned what is the value of our nature and how serenity of an environment can be attained. And you all observed that in the COVID era, you have stalled your all activities, including industrial activities and transport. So there was a huge economic burden, and perhaps country like India cannot say absorb that. And post-COVID now, our learning is you need a pristine environment like COVID, but simultaneously you need a growth. So that's what perhaps a concept starts of a sustainable development where you need a growth without harming nature, without harming environment, and maintaining a harmony between nature and development. And audit perhaps is a tool in this journey where I mean development is your journey and environment is destinations that we call. And how audit can help you? I mean, being a regulator, I mean perhaps audit is never a tool for us. But if I take you to the history of this environment audit scheme, I mean, that is first of its kind scheme in the state of Gujarat, and Gujarat is a pioneer state to adopt that. I mean, judicial activism is there into the basis of that. There was a landmark judgment in SCA 770. We called it a green judgment for the state of Gujarat in Hon'ble High Court of Gujarat. They were hearing the case of Kharikat Canal, Ahmedabad. And as an offshoot of this case judgment, environment audit came. I mean, judiciary, very categorically felt. Industry needs some platform where they can showcase their challenges, and some institute or particularly technical academic institute should be there to help them, because to regulator like us, perhaps industry may not showcase all its limitation. So this is a platform where industry can present their limitations for seeking solution. And that's why this environment audit scheme came. Now it has become very mature, and it has got evaluated by National Environment Engineering Research Institute, and the observations of such premier institute was that yes, this is very important tool, this is very important scheme, and it should be replicated into the other states also. That's the observation of a NERI on an environment audit scheme. Uh, for environment audit scheme, I understand there is a detailed lecture from my colleague here. She will explain what are the components of the audit schemes and other things. But I would like to share, advantages of the audit and what board at present is trying to strengthen these schemes. Our main motive is that one should not get complacent with this scheme, and this scheme should get continual approval. So for that, we are making many efforts, and few efforts you might have seen that this year in a pesticide sector, for particularly R17 sectors are the grossly polluting industry sectors, and pesticide is one of that, for which pollution potential is very high. So what we have done, that board has sponsored environment audit of all these pesticide sector industries of Gujarat, where auditor would be decoupled from shadow of a auditee, so that we can have a fresh, independent, very comprehensive audit report. And based on that, we can have a improvement into pesticide sector industry. On the basis of audit and in the definition of audit, it is said that it is not a fault finding process. Audit is not a fault finding process. It is a true fair assessment of, particularly when we are talking about environment audit, it's about environment management system for that industry has provided, and how fairly we can assess that, and it's a roadmap for an improvement. Objective of an audit of the board is that auditor audit the industry and make some corrective measures, show them some path, and perhaps principles of, say, cleaner production, circular economy. Now, these are the buzzwords, and how this can be dovetailed into the audit. So that is the fundamental principle. And important thing now, and that culture is growing in industry, is audit is a tool for beyond compliance. Okay, we have our regulations, and that we do through command and control regime. How industry can be beyond compliance. So water neutrality, carbon neutrality are perhaps not the mandate at present under Environment Protection Act or the acts related to pollution control. But yes, industry are now striving, maybe because of, say, market demand, maybe for their requirement to, say, have a good green image into mind of, say, their stakeholders. Reasons can be many, but yes, we do understand environment audit is a very important tool, to evaluate oneself internally and to go for a beyond compliance. What we understand, it's a part of our due diligence, and you can say it's a part of their QMS also, where you adopt PDCA. This is one of our tool for that check, and that check is not being done internally, but it is being externally. That's why it's called a third party audit or environment audit. What we understand is it helps industry very much. I mean, we had many seminars on environment audit by the board, and where there we take experience from the industry that how industry evaluate audit of the board. So one of the very important feedback that we got is the many a time it's a third eye for them. I mean, in a routine course, I mean, your visions become limited when you deal with a single subject and that too continuously. Perhaps, I mean, your line sight is usually narrow and parallel of rudimentarily what you are doing. Okay, you cannot think beyond that. So this audit scheme act as a third eye where they open up certain things and it gives you envelope of new ideas. So that is, say, perhaps beyond your continual, say, operations imaginations, and these new things can bring certain paradigm shifts in your processes, maybe in your resource recovery, maybe giving you a way for a cleaner production. So audit is very much important, and we have found that it has been very useful in the board, and it reduces our requirement also. I mean, we consider audit as our inspection tool, and as you are aware, in environment audit skill, all the inspections that is being carried out by the third party auditors are given place into our online platform, what we call the XGN. So it's an integral part of now, say, our system also. Now environment audit scheme is no longer a aloof or a scheme in isolation. Okay, now it is very much dovetailed into our routine business processes also. And second tool to strengthen this scheme is at present we are trying to have say online examinations for the inductions of the auditors. As you are all aware, we are having Schedule 1 auditor and Schedule 2 auditors, and Schedule 1 are the credible academic colleges, and Schedule 2 are the private operators. And there is a team of environment engineer or chemical engineer and a scientist. And at present in our environment audit scheme, I mean, we were enrolling such auditors through interviews and other things. So now we have decided, and we are going to implement from next month only, that all our auditors will have to pass through the examination, written examination, which would be online only. This is an attempt to raise the bar. I mean, it is an attempt to have, say, qualified auditors into the systems. And if the auditors are qualified, I mean, if they are experienced and matured, and if they are having a good vertical depth of the assignment or a subject that they are dealing with, perhaps they can deliver you better. So with this objective, now we would be starting online examinations for the auditors, and we expect that our this certificate would be useful to any engineer or a scientific background auditor to showcase his or her strength to other external private world also for its competency. So many efforts are being done. I mean, let me use this platform to share our best practices in brief. I understand I'm running little out of time, but it would be very important for me to share you these best practices that as a part of a cleaner productions, we have adopted the concept of European Union countries of BAT, that is best available technology reference documents. As you are aware that European Union countries follows BRAF for the implementations of the environmental laws. We have also started that concept. We have in-house prepared BRAF for the textile document. Gujarat is the first state to prepare this document and it has started implementing also. And now we are working on pulp and paper sectors. In next 1 or 2 years, our pulp and paper brief would also be ready. And perhaps it would help industry, academia, and researcher all when such practices come into place. I mean, a vehicle location tracking system has already been described that it's a system for tracking of the vehicles carrying the hazardous waste. Idea is to put a governance into the hand of the industry or our stakeholders. I mean, we don't want to be a mere regulator. We want to be a facilitator. And my precedent member secretaries have said that you need to be a doctor instead of a police. So we are playing that role also. I mean, how we can facilitate industries by giving them the solution. And VLTS is a tool where we try to give a governance into the hand of industry to monitor themselves. Okay, we say we don't want to much monitor you and regulate you. You regulate yourself, you monitor yourself, and this is a tool. To monitor yourself. Similarly, I understand environment audit scheme is also a tool to monitor yourself. That's for an industry. So with this, I thank you once again to Pacific School of Engineering, Dr. Rotliwala, Dr. Hiral, for giving me this opportunity and share my thoughts with you. Thank you very much. And I wish this program a great success, and I'm sure that there would be big learning to all the participants during these sessions. Thank you very much.
Thank
Thank
you,
you very
sir.
much, sir, for your kind word. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The privilege is all ours, sir. On behalf of everyone present, I would like to extend our heartfelt thanks to Shri D.M. Thaker, sir, for that inspiring and insightful address. Your words have truly set the tone for this FDP, and we are all deeply grateful for the time and expertise you have shared with us today. Your perspectives have renewed sense of purpose in our roles as educators and contributors to a sustainable future. We are fortunate to have had the opportunity to hear from you, sir, and your presence today has been an honor. Once again, thank you for gracing us with your presence and for your invaluable contribution to this program. Thank you so much, sir. Jigna ma'am,
Yes.
do you want some time to start with your presentation?
Yes. હું 5 મિનિટમાં ઉપર જાઉં મારા રૂમમાં અને ત્યાં સ્ટાર્ટ કરું.
Okay, ma'am.
ખાલી
So
5 મિનિટ.
no problem, ma'am. Take your time. So participants, we will be meeting back again within 5 to 10 minutes. The next session will be conducted by Jigna ma'am herself. So let us meet after 5 to 7 minutes. Thank you.